Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Henry. My wife Laura took a day off work Friday and we drove up here to Nahalach for a weekend of camping. We got so lucky. Weather is pretty good and there's already people out here. I'm not surprised. With COVID, there's a ton of staycation and people who can't otherwise fly down to Mexico or whatever. They're getting out here camping. You can tell. Hey, Maggie, come off the ice. Off. Come on. I gotta keep an eye on her. I threw a couple of big rocks onto the ice and it stayed. The ice is pretty thick, but I'm not taking any chances because obviously if she breaks through, it's going to be a huge issue trying to get her out. So anyway, so yeah, there's people out here already. It's I mean, this is pretty nice, right? Can't go wrong with that. Absolutely enjoying that. So I'm not going to film too much. Just thought I'd do just an update. But there's been a few posts on some of the off-road forum that I belong to, and I thought I'd just chit-chat a little bit. I guess this would be another sort of State of the Union camping edition, one of these ones. So here's the thing, guys. I think pretty much everybody that belongs to the camping forums that I belong to. First of all, thank you so much for the kind words for the cleanup dives that I do, and I know that everybody who has the capability, if you guys are cleaning up at the campsites that you go to, that's awesome. And I see posts like all the time, people commenting about every time we go to a campsite they pull away a couple of bags of trash, and awesome, good on you guys. And with my scuba gear, I'm just doing what I can because obviously I have the skill set to go dive in the water and remove garbage from there. So, and with every video that I post and every beer can that I pull out of the water, hopefully it's a little bit of education, just bringing that awareness to people. So the last post that I put up in one of my camping forums, man, I tell you, people are upset. Guys that belong to the guys and girls that belong to those channels, they're upset because I just see it reverberated in all the comment section. I was just at this campground and pulling away garbage or pulling up to a site, and it's just completely littered with just everything from just trash, beer cans to human feces, whatever. And the most recent one was a guy who they had gone down to like a national park or something, BLM, with a hot spring. I can't remember. I apologize, and I meant to take note of the name, but they were out at a campground or at a hot spring, and they were just absolutely disgusted. I mean, they knew there were probably going to be people there, but the fact that those people there was one party that was literally, they had their rig pulled up against the hot spring. So in other words, if I were to pull up to this hot spring and try to use it, I'm sitting in your camp pad, so to speak. But the hot spring is a public thing. It doesn't belong to anyone. So I don't know, man. You guys, I think a lot of you guys who watch this channel, you guys are on the same page as me. It's like there's so much camping etiquette, backwoods, backcountry, crownland, BLM etiquette that's just out the window these days. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. If you guys are heading out and you bring people with you, maybe take that extra minute and just kind of explain what it is that you're doing to people that you bring with you that may not be as well versed. So for example, this is just a random example. So if you are very familiar with going to a hot spring that's out in the middle of nowhere, and kind of like the one that was pictured in the off-road forum that I was following, and if you brought a new couple there that or some new people, new guests, and tell them, listen, we're going to park 40, 50, 60 feet away, 100 feet away, whatever it is, because we don't want our vehicles to be next to that, because if 20, obviously not 20 other vehicles, but a bunch of other vehicles showed up, if everybody just took their space, then everybody would not litter, contaminate the ground that's right next to the hot spring, and everybody has room, right? You can spread out. You can just walk with your drinks over to the hot spring. It's not a big deal. if you bring, in this particular here at Nahalach, we're camped just right over there, just on the beach, but we aren't actually parked on the beach, right? So if I brought people here, I would say to them, listen, we're not gonna, even though we probably could drive a vehicle down to the water line, yeah, don't do that. That's just bad camping etiquette, right? You know, maybe you're dropping, fluids from your vehicle, maybe you're leaving tire tracks, whatever it is, man. Like whatever the reasoning is behind the area that you're in, because every area has their own issues. If you know of what you should be doing, the correct procedures, explain that to the new people. I mean, we got to spread the word and do better, because this tearing the crap out of the treasures that we have is just not good. Pack it in, pack it out. I mean, what else can I say about that, right? Back in, I want to say like in the 70s, there was a psychiatrist. He did a study, and he called it the broken, or what he came up with is this thing he called the broken window syndrome. And what it is that if you have like an abandoned factory, and if the factory has one broken window, it is way more likely for some other kids to come around and throw rocks and smash the rest of the windows. In my local area here up in Squamish, there used to be this mine, this copper or whatever, nickel mine, whatever it was, I think it was copper mine, that was, it's got like 1,000 windows on the thing. That's just like little squares, like, I don't know, like 6x6 piece, like panels, and making it into a big giant sheet of glass kind of thing. And the local kids would just throw rocks. So there must be like 1,000 windows. I'll see if I can put a picture up. The kids would go up and get drunk and just party, whatever, and they throw rocks, whether it's throwing it from the outside, throwing it from the inside, and they just smashed the crap out of it, right? So then an investment company came in and decided to turn it into, because it used to be a functional mine. So what they did is they went and took the mine over, repaired like 1,000 windows, and then turn it into a tourist attraction where you can just go and do these mine tours, which is super awesome. But what they did is they replaced all of the windows, and then ever since then, no window has ever been broken. And if one pane gets broken, they replace it immediately. The reason being is because if you see an entire wall of windows that is intact, it is way less likely for someone to be inclined to go and throw a rock through it, because they go, oh look, this is perfect, why would I destroy it? So I think you guys get that, right? So here's the thing, this is why when I come here to a campsite like this one, I pick up everything on the ground, everything from little pull tabs for beers to zap strap ends. I try to take off as much ropes as I can that are hanging on the trees, but people hung tarps. So the way I kind of look at it is I treat it as broken glass syndrome, broken window syndrome. So if you come here and you're camping and you look around, there's not even a single thing on the ground, not a cigarette butt, no pop cans. By the way, we went for a walk this morning and picked up like 12 beer cans in the ditch. But if you come out here and you pick up everything, there's absolutely no trash. It is way less likely for you to go and just start hucking beer cans on the ground. So I encourage everybody, when you go to a campsite, I know the people who watch this video, I know you guys do that already, but maybe there's one guy who happens up on this video, maybe they don't. So I'm kind of hoping that you guys will kind of change your habits, whoever it is, change your habits, and stop hucking shit over into the into our environment. So this road over here, you can see that right there, that goes up to, well, it goes up into that valley there, but in the end, at the 40 kilometers in, there's a thing called Grizzly Falls. It's a beautiful little attraction. It's a beautiful little attraction, and really the only people that come up here are off-roaders, right? And those beer cans belong to the off-roaders. In my area, BC Off-Roading Club, vast majority of you guys, 99% of you guys, would never think of hucking a beer can into the ditch, but somebody's doing it because it's there. That's the stretch that I walked last year, and I picked up all the beer cans, and I haven't been back since last year, and there's already fresh beer cans there, so obviously somebody's doing it. So cut it out. All right, I'm not going to film a bunch else. In fact, I'm not going to film anything else for the rest of this trip. I just came out here, I wanted to hang out with my wife and just chill. She hasn't had a day off for a little while, so Just came out here to enjoy this. This is pretty cool, right? Daisy and Maggie, they're just having the time of their life, running through the snow and having a great time. By the way, yeah, this lake is completely iced over, like right to the end. A couple of pockets that are open. There's a few trumpeter swans over there. There was an eagle hunting unsuccessfully, diving down to the water trying to fish, but unsuccessful. But yeah, it's beautiful out here. Absolutely enjoying it. All right, we're here for a couple of nights, cooking over the fire and enjoying our beautiful province. Hey, listen, thanks very much. So no cleanup dive for this video. This is just a little come out, enjoy myself weekend. But yeah, I'm gonna shut the camera off and go enjoy the rest of my day. Thanks, guys. See you in the next one.